To start the beds part of this project, we need to take the inner panels off the inner fender wells and trim those down. So what I'm trying to do is get basically as flat as I can with using the original mounts, so everything mounts up nice and solid, but we get rid of as much lateral space as possible. My pneumatic jigsaw kind of left some burns on this plastic, so I went through and kind of peeled those off, kind of like slag off a weld or off a torch cut. And then after that I went through with the roll-lock disc on a 3-inch die grinder and just kind of smoothed this out. There was some factory wiring on the passenger side that really was in the way, and it hung down below where the trim pieces were going to go. So I took those loose, moved everything up, secured them a little tighter just so they don't get in the way of our system that we're putting in. So now we're going to start with the actual woodworking side of this. In order to make this bed, my rough dimensions were, I knew the size of a full-size bed, and that's what I was looking at for my end goal. There was a whole lot of trying to plan ahead and all that. It really just worked out is make what I needed for the full-size bed and kind of see how the cabinet worked out after the fact. So started off with a big piece of cardboard, just trying to mold all the corners and features of the interior.
But it's absolutely necessary.
Absolutely necessary.
After a couple trips of back and forth between the Suburban and the Jigsaw and vice versa, we're ready to start doing some sanding. Start off here with some 120. We'll go back through and do some finish sanding later. Here we're laying out for the slats that go across the bed and connect the runners. Okay, so I made these 3 inches wide, and the opening for them is 3 1/8, so there's a little bit of slop, and it really works out. Slides in and out nice and smooth. We're gonna go ahead and take a 45-degree router bit and put a chamfer on the front side of this where the slats are gonna slide in and out, just so we don't break off any of the veneer. Assembling this was kind of tricky. Basically used a bunch of squares, got this thing level to my table, my assembly table, and then just kind of started building up. I had made some little spacers so each of the gaps in between was the same.